What's up, everybody? It's Sam from Viral Media Network. It's day 9 of the knowledge cards, originally for Black History Month, but as I got busy in February, I wanted to do one card a day, and I fell short, so now I'm back at it at March, doing one a day in March. So it's day 9. We're picking one card out of the knowledge deck from the Library of Congress. Here we go. Are you ready? We've learned some great stuff, reminded us of some stuff we might have already learned, but also reinforce our knowledge and also trying to apply it with the context of what's going on in today's world. So here we go. And I got my reading glasses because some of that fine print, So, and if you want to watch some of the other videos, check out the playlist here. We've learned some great stuff. And while I'm shuffling the deck, I also want to remind you that Viral Media Network, the channel that you're on here, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. We have lots of different great videos. We've got a podcast where I interview other freelancers and other entrepreneurs doing their thing and see what makes them tick. So check that out right there, or there, wherever it is, the iCard. And we also have hiking videos. I do a thrift store finds where I play records that I have found at a thrift store, not just any record store, but actually thrift stores. So check that out, Thrift Store Finds. That's a fun one. And, don't forget to leave a comment below. Tell me if you like what you're seeing here. I'll do one more shuffle because some of those haven't, there we go, haven't quite tucked. Okay, here we go. I'm going to pick from the middle like I always do. One of my favorites, John Lewis. He was mentioned yesterday. He was quoted in yesterday's card of Danny Lyon, the photographer. So let me get my glasses and my reading glasses out because I'm getting old and my eyes are failing me. Here's John Lewis. John Lewis was on the front lines of nearly every major event. John Lewis was on the front lines of nearly every major effort of the 1960s civil rights movement. He was a founder of the Student Nonviolent Coordinating Committee and in 1961, one of the first to volunteer as a freedom writer. As the head of SNCC, Lewis was a leader of the 1963 March on Washington. In 1964, he organized a campaign to register black voters during the Mississippi Freedom Summer. That was an earlier day. And in 1965, as he led an attempt to march from Selma to Montgomery, Alabama, to secure voting rights for African Americans. Later, Lewis and 3,000 people marched again, this time guarded by federal troops. It was like a holy crusade, like Gandhi's march to the sea, he reflected. It was more than an ordinary march. It was the sense of community moving there. So, of course, lots of people have heard of Selma, the movie that was made about it. Martin Luther King, of course, heavily involved in the march. It's really interesting. Some people know about the march, but don't know that they tried once, and the state government refused, and that's why the troopers came out and unfortunately beat them, and it was a very tragic event. But they were not deterred. They did not give up, and that's a good lesson for us today. It's going to be tough, and there's going to be resistance, but you can't give up. And of course, when they got federal approval and federal support, and the federal troops came in, so that was kind of the climate then, is that the national politics was supporting desegregation, but in these states, it's kind of still like today. A lot has changed, but a lot hasn't. And John Lewis is still in Congress today, so we really want to applaud his efforts. And he is literally a living legend and someone who has literally really put a full effort into doing this, and we really applaud people like John Lewis. So He's one of the major people of the movement, and again, we applaud him for his efforts. So John Lewis, the card that we picked for day 9, stay tuned for tomorrow. Thank you so much again for watching. We'll see you then.